Hi, my name is Ammar and this is my second Milestone video. So in this span of time I've created a web server for my application that will be able to handle requests from both the sensor and the web app that we'll be developing. And so what I've done here is I've created a server that has a database model and a logic program that takes different CRUD operations from accessing data to submitting data, registering users, stuff like that. So as you can see here on the screen, there are different API functions that that are public, open to the public. And so, for example, if we want to register a sensor, we can put in the IP address. So I'll just put in some mock data. Its MAC address. Oops, sorry. Its MAC address and the type of sensor it is. You can specify as fluid, and then we can execute. And we see that we get a unique ID back. And this is the consumer ID that can be used by users to send data and submit data to the server. And what I've done here is I've created a random string linked with a property of the entity in the database, which allows me to query for the sensor itself, and it just makes the whole process faster. And so now I'm going to show me submitting data. So if I want to submit data to a certain sensor, and I'm just going to use a pre-made sensor that I have here. So I'm going to submit it to this sensor. The data type is going to be a JSON format. And I'm just going to put in some raw data here. So I'm just going to put in some random numbers. You wouldn't have a temperature of 44,000 degrees. So yeah, so here we go. Let me just submit it, execute. Alright, so see, we get a status of success here. And now if I want to view all of the data, all of the sessions that my sensor has, that a certain sensor has, I can go to the get sensor data, and I can put in the unique ID that I want to get data for. So if I press execute, I get a list of all the sessions that were submitted to the sensor, and then I can do whatever I want with this data, and show it in different graphs, or just to see if it's in a log or a table and stuff like that. So some issues that I encountered with this portion of the project was mainly learning the Google App Engine platform. It was something completely new to me, and I had to switch programming languages once so I switched from Java to Python because Java included a lot of libraries that just made the program excessively complicated when I'm just doing submitting data and storing data. And another issue that I had was constructing the data model itself. I wanted to have to be able to store big data sets online, but that requires a service called BigQuery, which costs money. So I decided to just go with Google Data Store, and I went with the user, sensor, and session data model. So yeah, thank you very much. I'm going to be designing the web application now and linking it to my server. So see you next time.